Dolph Lundgren /ÄlNDRN/ Swedish, ́dɔlːf Lundgren, born November 3, 1957, is a Swedish actor, filmmaker, and martial artist. Born in Spånga, Sweden, Lundgren became interested in martial arts at a young age. This would lead him to hold the rank of 4th Dan black belt in Kyokushin karate and become European champion in 1980 and 1981. In 1982, while studying to get a master's degree, he became the boyfriend of singer Grace Jones. With her he moved to New York City and started to take acting classes. In 1985, Lundgren had a breakthrough role playing the lead villain as an imposing Soviet boxer named Ivan Drago in Sylvester Stallone's Rocky IV. Hans Lundgren was born on November 3, 1957 in Spånga, a community in Stockholm County, Sweden, to Sigrid Birgitta, Nate Journaled, 1932 to 1992, a language teacher, and Carl Hugo Johan Lundgren, 1923 to 2000, an engineer, M.Sc., and economist, MBA, for the Swedish government. He lived in Spånga until the age of 13, when he moved to his grandparents' home in Nyland, Angermanland, 1, 2, 3. Some sources wrongly state 1959 as his year of birth, 4, 5. But Lundgren himself has confirmed it to be 1957, 6, 7, 8. He has two sisters, Katarina and Annika, and a younger brother Johan, 3. Lundgren claims his father was physically abusive and took out his own personal frustrations on his wife and eldest son. He has stated that, during his tirades, his father would call him a loser, which motivated him later as he grew more ambitious to prove himself. But he also said, "I still love my father, no matter what happened. There are many things about him I still admire. As a child, I was probably too much like him, very stubborn, perhaps that's what he couldn't deal with." 3. He has cited his troubled relationship with his father as the reason he developed a desire to participate in heavy contact sports such as boxing and karate. 3. Lundgren has said that, as a child, he was insecure and suffered from allergies, describing himself as a runt. 9. He showed a keen interest in drumming and had aspirations to become a rock star. 3. At age 7. He tried judo and goju-ryu. He took up Kyokushin karate at the age of 10 and began lifting weights as a teenager. 9. Lundgren stated that, "My dad always told me that if I wanted to make something special with my life, I had to go to America." 3. After graduating from high school with straight A's, he spent some time in the United States in the 1970s on various academic scholarships, studying chemical engineering at Washington State University and Clemson University. 10. He studied chemical engineering for a year at Washington State University between 1976 and 1977. 11. Prior to serving his mandatory 1 year in the Swedish Coastal Artillery at the Coastal Ranger School. In the late 1970s, he enrolled at the Royal Institute of Technology in Stockholm and graduated in the early 1980s with a degree in chemical engineering. 3.12. And Tom Hulse. 3. Friends told him he should be in movies. 3. He would later quit studying at MIT after 2 weeks to pursue acting. 1719. Lundgren said after being exposed to the entertainment business, he found it more attractive and rewarding than chemical engineering, so he decided to pursue a career in acting. 18. Lundgren splits his time between Stockholm and Los Angeles. He speaks Swedish and English fluently, as well as smaller amounts of French, German, Italian, Japanese, and Spanish, but is not fluent in those 5 languages as has often been reported. 155, 156. He is an avid football fan. He supported Everton FC when he lived in Europe, but developed more of an interest in international football tournaments, such as the UEFA European Championship and the FIFA World Cup, after moving to Los Angeles. 157. During the 1980s, Lundgren had relationships with Jamaican singer Grace Jones and American model Paula Barbieri. 158. While Lundgren was completing a master's degree in chemical engineering on an exchange program with the University of Sydney in Australia, Jones spotted him at a dance club and hired him as a bodyguard. Lundgren was whisked off to the United States, where he completed his final thesis, 159. In 1994, he married Annette Kviberg, born in 1966, a jewelry designer and fashion stylist, in Marbella, 154. The couple decided they liked Marbella so much that they rented accommodations there for years, before eventually buying a family home there. 154. They have two daughters, Ida Sigrid Lundgren, born in 1996, and Greta Evelyn Lundgren, born in 2001, both born in Stockholm. 116. Lundgren and Kviberg cited the reason for living outside Hollywood was to give their children as normal a childhood as possible. 3. In early May 2009, 3 masked burglars reportedly broke into Lundgren's Marbella home. The burglars tied up and threatened his wife, but fled when they found a family photo and realized that the house was owned by Lundgren. Lundgren later stated he believed the intruders to be Eastern European and had asked contacts in Bulgaria to investigate them, but to no avail. 160. After the incident, Lundgren's elder daughter, Ida, suffered from PTSD. His wife was the most traumatized, 161, and they divorced in 2011, 162. Lundgren was in a relationship with Jenny Sanders' son from 2011 to 2017, 163, 164. Lundgren became engaged to Norwegian personal trainer Emma Krokdal in June 2020. 165. They married at their villa in Mykonos on July 13, 2023. 166. In May 2023, Lundgren revealed that he had been battling kidney cancer since 2015. 167, 168, 169. In February 2024, Lundgren and his wife, Emma Krokdal, officially became U.S. citizens. 170, 171, 172.